Hi everyone, I'm Jake and today I'll be reviewing some assets and materials you can download and use with Clip Studio Paint. What I'll be showing is only a fraction of the thousands of assets available to download from the Clip Studio Asset Store. Some are paid, most are free, so join me today as I review 4 of them to create something fun. All of these shown are from the Clip Studio's Recommended Assets page. For more video reviews and tutorials, check out the links in the description. First on our list is the free Noisy Pencil Brush set. This material comes with 2 pencil brushes, one smooth and the other one more granulated. Excellent for simulating harder and softer graphite pencils. The pen pressure dictates the level of opacity, transparency, and taper of the lines. Heavier pressure gives you darker and more opaque strokes, whereas lighter strokes make thinner, sketchier lines. Great for both your initial sketch and for line weight distribution without needing to consciously adjust the sizes for every stroke. There is also a hint of blending, but not too much to be distracting. I use these brushes for both the sketch and line phases of my illustration. And if there's one thing I enjoy about pencil brushes is that the right kind will really help you give your lines a softer look without sacrificing cleanliness. And this set does its job just right. I especially enjoy the ease of transitioning between light and heavy lines, so I can purposefully weigh them in all the correct places. Ultimately simple, it's nothing more than it needs to be, and it's perfect that way. Next is Clip Studio's official oil pastel brush. This free material is a blocked color brush that simulates oil paints, and comes with the blending capabilities of one without the mess. Like all brush materials, you can modify the settings in its tool property or subtool windows, adjusting just about anything from color mixing to brush shape. In this illustration, I used a different method to block out the solid colors for my base, and then used this oil pastel brush to create and blend shadow and highlights on the piece. It was fun to go in and utilize with even a few different colors for both shadow and reflective light. The brush is relatively imprecise. By default, it doesn't have a sharp taper at the beginning or end of the strokes, but the pen pressure dictates the heaviness and opacity of the brush, and the blend, especially over top other colors. Since this is its main selling point, this brush is best suited in as few layers as possible to really use its full potential. This can also be used as an excellent tool to simply block and blend colors on a broader compositional scale than going in to work out the details. However way you use it, it comes highly recommended. Following up is the easy and free water surface material. Do you ever struggle with the ripples and waves of water surfaces? You can save a ton of time with this quick download, and with minimal finagling, you have something to put atop your lakes and oceans. All it takes is to be dragged and dropped into your layer, and then adjusted with the transform tool to match your horizons. This water surface set comes in 2 types. Blur and no blur. That's it. When you get spiffy with it, set it over your water layer and set the ripples to glow dodge or equivalent. And there, you're done. Even if you don't illustrate water all that much, this material set is pretty much a necessity for your kit when you do. Then last but not least is another easy brush set called the 3-minute bush brush, or the bush's brush in 3 minutes. Exactly as it says on the tin, it's an effect brush set that lets you save time by easily creating bush foliage with the stroke of a pen. The set comes with 8 brushes, 3 different bush renders, 2 under the bush brushes, and 3 different leaf brushes. So not only does it come with pre-rendered bushes, this set also gives you the tools to create your own. Utilizing this tool streamlines the process of creating foliage for your backgrounds, especially for scenes like forests or gardens and any space you need to fill in for the outdoors. I decided to get creative with my colors for this scene, and instead of a green forest, I wanted blues and purples to really add some fantasy to it. Although the pre-rendered bushes do not have their own color options, it can still be impacted by layer effects, and that's what I use to turn them into funky swaths of purples, putting the color layer over the bush layer and setting the layer effect to hue or color. The individual leaf brushes, on the other hand, are impacted by the colors you've already picked, so it's very easy to design your own shrubbery as well. I've tested many vegetation brushes in my time using Clip Studio, and this has by far been the easiest and most time-saving to use. And here is the final result. What's really wonderful about Clip Studio is that many of its resources are created by users for users, all available from the Clip Studio website and the Asset Store. Although I believe ultimately the tools don't make the artist, Clip Studio makes the art process incredibly streamlined and user-friendly for beginners and masters alike. I hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you luck on your artistic journey. Thank you for watching, and until next time.